Si sente, non si sente. Mi pare che... Questo. Pare? No, va bene qua, tanto non so gli altri.
Potete anche sedervi, se volete.
So please take a seat. The ceremony is starting. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to everyone. And on behalf of the Italian Association of Animal Science and Productions, we wish to thank you and to welcome you to the 75th Congress of the European Association for Animal Production. For our scientific community of animal scientists of Italy, it's a great honor and a pleasure to host you for this important event in this wonderful venue in the very heart of one of the most beautiful cities of arts, not only of Italy, but maybe of the world. We are, after the president, Isabel will list all the people, all the sponsors, but let me briefly thank all the people that have contributed and that are contributing to the organization and to the management of this event. And many people, we are very happy to see many people, me in particular because I've signed all the contracts, so I was responsible. We received a lot of abstracts, so I think we have a very exciting program, not only scientific but also social. So I don't want to take more time, so enjoy the scientific program, enjoy the social events, enjoy Florence. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I will not to add something to what already said by Nicola. I would like only to thank the local organizer, the participant of the local organizing committee and the scientific committee, to the collaboration for the organization of this very exciting Congress. And I would like to thank the city of Florence. Here is represented by the Vice Mayor, and for hosting this Congress in this beautiful city. Thank you very much. Enjoy Florence.
So now there will be an official salutation of the Vice Mayor of the city of Florence. Please.
Grazie per avermi invitato a questo vostro inizio del 75° congresso. Ringrazio la Federazione Europea di Scienze Animali per aver scelto Firenze, la prima volta che Firenze ospita il vostro congresso.
Let me thank you very deeply for kindly inviting me to the beginning of your 75th conference. And let me thank the European Federation of Animal Science for choosing Florence for the first time to host this conference.
E naturalmente ringraziamenti anche all'Associazione per la Scienza e la Produzione Animali, ASPA, che ha visto la sua nascita proprio qui a Firenze, quindi penso che anche questo sia un segnale importante di attenzione verso la nostra città.
And let me also thank ASPA, who from Florence is given a sign, as is always given a sign, of how important these activities are and this sector is.
Vi porto naturalmente i saluti della sindaca di Firenze, Sara Funaro, e ovviamente di tutta la nostra città, una città che, per chi non la conosce o per chi la conoscerà nei prossimi giorni, è continuamente in bilico in alcune sfide straordinarie. la protezione e il mantenimento del suo straordinario patrimonio culturale, artistico, architettonico e le sfide dell'oggi e dei cambiamenti a cui anche Firenze deve dare il proprio contributo.
And of course, welcoming you on behalf of the city of Florence in the person of the mayor, Mrs. Funaro. This city is very close to you because, like many other cities, is always on the threshold of striking a balance between protecting culture, architecture, and art, and at the same time having to face incredible, difficult challenges. And Florence is no exception, of course.
I temi del vostro congresso sono la qualità globale, l'ambiente, animali e cibo. Vorrei non fare solo un saluto di cortesia, ma provare anche a introdurre alcune riflessioni con voi che sicuramente avete le competenze, le esperienze e le intelligenze per affrontarle sicuramente molto meglio di me. Ma visto che oltre ad essere la vice sindaca di Firenze ho anche le deleghe all'ambiente e quindi l'oggetto di questi 4 giorni di congresso appartiene anche alla mia appunto attività quotidiana come assessora del Comune di Firenze, vorrei partire proprio da questo, dall'ambiente. Abbiamo tutti una sfida, appunto anche in questa città. Non so chi di voi è arrivato oggi e ha sentito la temperatura. Firenze è costantemente, ormai da anni, una delle città più calde del nostro paese. Vede giornate di caldo e notti torride ormai in aumento. E quindi il tema delle politiche di adattamento e mitigazione degli effetti del cambiamento climatico riguardano anche il governo di una città come Firenze.
The topics that you will be dealing with during this conference are extremely interesting. You are going to talk about quality, environment, animal well-being, and food. And I would like to take the chance to give some food for thought. You have the skills, you are the experts, so I would like to share a few thoughts with you. I am the Vice Mayor of Florence, and I also, among my competencies, I deal with the environment. I'm a counselor to the environment. So let me start from the environment. You've come to Florence, and you may have noticed the temperature. Days and nights are incredibly hot. And in latest years, Florence has been the hottest city in Italy. So part of my work and part of our own activities together is to find the right policies to counterbalance the effects of climate change.
È fondamentale una riflessione, una discussione sul cambiamento. Purtroppo l'affrontiamo, come ci dicono appunto gli scienziati del clima, con grande ritardo e forse con scelte poco coraggiose. Però il cambiamento dei nostri modelli di sviluppo, del modo con cui ci muoviamo, con cui consumiamo, con cui ci alimentiamo, passando da una impronta prevalentemente estrattiva a invece una impronta redistributiva, valorizzando l'enorme e straordinario patrimonio ambientale che è fatto anche dell'intervento dell'uomo, è fatto della zootecnia, è fatto dell'agricoltura, e in questo la straordinaria importanza della ricerca, dello studio, della scienza verso l'innovazione, anche in questo caso con la sostenibilità per l'ecosistema, per il benessere delle persone ma anche degli altri esseri viventi del nostro pianeta, e anche in questo caso con una sfida straordinaria del cambiamento climatico. Gli effetti della siccità e degli eventi estremi hanno evidentemente conseguenze sulla vita delle persone ma anche sulla vita degli animali, delle piante, e quindi Anche in questo, insomma, parlare di ambiente vuol dire parlare di molte cose. Troppo spesso, lo dico dalle poche settimane che sono qui, l'unico tema di discussione sono gli alberi, che sono fondamentali, ci mancherebbe altro, ma l'ambiente è una cosa ben più complessa e per fortuna più complessa, e quindi la dobbiamo guardare e leggere con questa complessità.
So I do believe that it is important to discuss about these issues. Experts and climate scientists tell us that we are late and we are not brave enough in the decisions we are taking. So we need to rethink our development models, we need to rethink the way we consume and the way we use our food and deal with our nutrition. So the key model to me is redistribution. This, of course, goes hand in hand with human activities like animal husbandry, like agriculture. And of course, research is key, because the innovation that we have in our mind, or we should have in our mind, has to do with sustainability. In an ecosystem that is protected, that is protecting the well-being of human beings and other living creatures, animals and plants. So, in the face of such huge problems like extreme climate events or extreme adverse climate events, we need to think of the possible consequences that have to be seen on animals and plants. So, when we talk about environment, we can measure many things. We can think of many things. And in Florence, actually, in the recent past, it seems that environment means only number of trees in the city. But we know that it's much more than that. It's not only trees. Environment means something more, much more complicated, and it needs to be dealt with in a more complex way.
E infine, se parliamo di agricoltura, di zootecnia e parliamo di ambiente, giustamente parliamo anche di cibo e quindi di un'altra enorme sfida, paesi e intere fasce della popolazione che muoiono per il poco cibo, e un'altra parte del mondo in cui invece il cibo, non solo nella sua quantità ma anche nella sua qualità, le fa ammalare. È un paradosso, però anche questa è una delle sfide che dobbiamo compiere e compiere tutti insieme, e per questo è fondamentale appunto il pensiero, la ricerca, lo studio, la discussione. Abbiamo bisogno di voi come politici, perché le scelte che dobbiamo fare in alcuni casi possono essere percepite dalle persone in maniera negativa. Abbiamo bisogno di dargli il valore che solo la ricerca, la scienza possono dargli. E quindi chiudo questo mio saluto augurandovi buon lavoro per questi 4 giorni, e sperando anche che questa città, insomma, vi accolga nel modo migliore e che nei prossimi giorni conosciate questa città non solo dal punto di vista architettonico e questa regione e dalle sue bellezze, ma anche dalle sue bellezze che hanno a che fare appunto con l'ambiente e con l'impronta che l'uomo ha dato a questo ambiente, cercando di mantenerne il valore e l'equilibrio. Quindi grazie e benvenuti a tutti a Firenze.
We've mentioned agriculture, environment, and animal husbandry. And of course, food is key. One of the key challenges ahead of us is striking a new balance between a large part of people that starve, actually have not enough food on their table, and the other part of the people that actually get ill because of the large quantities and good qualities of the food they consume. So this is a paradox. We are all too aware of that. And that's why it is an even more important challenge for us to solve. That's why research and scholar activities are so important. This is why we absolutely need you as politicians when we make our political choices. People not always understand or feel negatively about the choices that we take at political level. But this is going to change, might have another perspective if the choices that we make are grounded on scientific work and on your work. The value is going to be given from your science. And let me conclude these brief remarks by wishing you every success for your conference, for these 4 days of work, in the hope that Florence will be able to welcome you all. You will become maybe more familiar with this city, not only for its beautiful architecture and art, but also because you will learn how human activities have tried to mix harmoniously with the rest of the city, which is, of course, more well known for architecture and science. The human footprint has been given to this city by a very careful human activity. Thank you very much indeed.
So thanks very much. I would like to take the opportunity to welcome you very warmly to this 75th annual meeting of the European Federation. And I think it's a great opportunity to celebrate our 75 years of continued meeting and sharing things together in this city of Florence. It's the city, as you know, where Renaissance flourished. It gave the world so many masterpieces that you will be able to taste when you stroll around the cities and piazzas, and it also changed forever the approach we have to knowledge and science. We know, and we have also confirmed, that the city has many attractions and many temptations, but we hope that these do not distract you from the very attractive program that our scientific committee and the local organizers have prepared for you for this week. Over these 4 days, we will have the opportunity to learn on the latest research, to discuss with colleagues, to engage in discussions, forge collaborations, and I would like to encourage you to participate in this and to grab every opportunity to contribute to the advance of science during this whole meeting and, of course, beyond. So I would like to start by thanking very much the local organizers, because they have been so efficient in addressing every challenge that we have put in their way, all our requests. We even have this year a nursery room for the first time in our annual meetings to facilitate the participation of parents with young children. So thanks very much for attending to everything this way. We could say that it's already a success, because as you will have seen around during this first day of the conference, we have almost 2,000 delegates. We've had 1,800 abstracts. We have close to 100 sessions, and I think, well, this is in line to the results that we've had in previous years, but they are a testament to the strengths of our federation. This meeting is also going to be very special for me, because it will be my last meeting as president of the Eaap. So during the next welcome ceremony, I will be sitting on your side of the stage and not in this one. And I would like to take the opportunity also to thank everyone who has supported me during these 4 past years. I guess I'm going to forget many people, but my colleagues at the Council, all the members of the study commissions, the working groups, the boards of the journals to which participate, the young EAP, and each and any one of you who has contributed to our activities. So really, thanks very much. It's been for me a great opportunity and an amazing journey. Thank you. So thanks. Now talking about support, it's time to say thanks to all the persons, institutions, and companies that have contributed to the success of this annual conference. As you can see on the slides here, we have several sponsors, so thanks very much. This wouldn't be possible without your contribution. You will have information about all of them on our website, in the bag that we have given you at the conference, and also you can meet them at the exhibition area and engage in discussion with them in the several sessions that we will have this year. And, of course, taste the suppliers that have contributed generously to our Italian dinner. We would also like to thank the EAP Industry Club, which is a group of companies that collaborate with us in many different activities throughout the year. And also all the partners. These are different institutions, platforms, scientific associations with whom we share common objectives. So we exchange speakers in our conferences, we co-organize sessions, workshops, we participate in each other meetings. So thanks very much to all of them. And very special thanks this year for two associations that have been particularly involved in the organization of the Florence meeting. Some of you have already been here during the weekend for the conference on the assessment of welfare of animals at the farm level. So thanks very much to the WAFL and our Health and Welfare Commission and its president, Laura Boyle, who organized this meeting. And also, for the first time, we have a session co-organized with the national branch of the World Poultry Association of Science. So thanks also to this Italian branch. And of course, thanks to the local organizers represented here by the Italian Association of Animal Production, because they've had a strong commitment to support this conference from the beginning. Very special thanks also to the local organizing and scientific committee and their presidents. We've already had Nicola and Marcello on stage, but there's a large group of scientists and people supporting them. And thanks very much also to the 40 volunteers. I have to confess that I don't see anything here, but there are lots of people with these blue t-shirts saying ask me, so ask them. Thanks very much for your support in the conference. It's especially important that they are young scientists, that they are also contributing to the sessions. So apart from asking them in the corridors, don't forget to go and see what they have to present in the scientific sessions, because they do have a lot to say. We would also like to acknowledge, the people who are organizing these meetings and all our activities within our own EAP structure. First of all, in this slide, you have the colleagues at the Council. As you know, the EAP is a federation of 34 countries. Different groups of countries are represented by Council members. So here you have the list of the 10 Council members who support us in managing the day-to-day business at the EAP. So thanks very much to all of you. I really don't see anything, so you must be somewhere there, for all your support through the many meetings that we have during the year, in person and virtual, and the many documents that we have to discuss. Thanks very much for your help in this. Then also, we would like to acknowledge our scientific committee, the working groups, the chairs of the sessions that we are holding here in Florence. In the slides, you only have the names of the 11 presidents of the different study commissions, but they are representing more than 100 volunteers that are involved in the organization of this huge conference. They started working last year in Lyon. They selected the most attractive topics. They have been reading the abstracts, selecting, organizing the session. So it's a huge, huge work. But as you can see, it's very fruitful, as you can see in the program these days. Also, please remember that there are vacancies open in these study commissions every year. You can also attend the study commission meetings that will be held on Wednesday and suggest the topics you want to have on the program next year when we meet in Innsbruck. So I would like especially to encourage the young people to participate in these meetings because, well, for everybody, but for you especially, there's a lot to gain in contributing to animal science from inside the structures where we have more or less the power to decide what we want to deal with and how we want to advance with science. As you can see in the slide, during the past some years, since more than 10 years, this committee has been chaired by Geoff Pollott. I have to say that he has extraordinary capabilities and very good manners and refined sense of humor, and he has managed the working group very efficiently. They have always delivered a lot of work in time, which is particularly difficult. So I would like to acknowledge Geoff for his work during all these days, and please help me in thanking him for. So from the latest meeting that we had with the scientific committee yesterday, he will step down and his role will be taken by Hans Spulder. So thanks very much, Hans, also for taking the challenge. And finally, I would also like to thank you, all of you who have contributed to the meeting with your presentations, your posters, your participation in the discussions, because you are the essential part of the meeting. So thank you very much for contributing to this, which is the largest activity that we organize in the year, but not the only one. You know, we have many different activities that we disseminate through the different dissemination channels that we have in the Eaap. So the first, which I would like to mention, are our journals. We are part of the Animal Consortium, where you have these 3 journals. Animal, for the latest science, as you can see, the impact factor is always increasing. It's in the best ranking in the categories of the journal citation record. But we have also 2 other journals, Animal Science Proceedings for the publication of abstracts from conferences, and also Animal Open Space. They are all in gold open access, and I would like to thank the boards and all the participants in the editorial board, and also the chair of the consortium, Eaap Milgen. So thanks very much. As I said, it's a consortium in which we collaborate with the Eaap, INRAE, and BSAS, but now we are starting also to have associated parties like IRTA, which we hope is just the first of many to come. As you know, these are journals which are especially recognized for being managed by science and only have the benefit of science in their mind. So they are they practice responsible publishing, and as you can see, they do not only have a very high impact factor, but they have a wide readership. They are, as they are in open access, they have so many downloads, they are accessible to anyone, and most of all, they are our society journals. As you will see from the sections that we have, the topics that are accepted in the scope of the journal reflect the scope of all the study commissions in the Eaap. And following on that, we have an announcement, a couple of announcements to make regarding animal. We have a new section that started just this year, with insects as livestock, and probably if you follow the journal, which I'm sure you do, you may have seen that we've already had some reviews. We are preparing a supplement on insects, so you will have more and more to hear about insects in the journal. The other announcement is that, well, as you know, that for the past 2 years, we have been organizing a supplement with the invited talks that we had in our annual conferences in Porto for the first time, and the second one has been just launched with the papers selected from the annual meeting in Lyon. We are already working in the one that we will have the following year. So thanks very much to all the editors for their work in these journals. We are also part of the Animal Frontiers Consortium. It's a journal in which we also deliver several issues a year. The very latest one, hosted by the Eaap, was about the interaction between wildlife and livestock. So it was just published earlier this year, and we are preparing one on the topic of animal welfare, linking the plenary session that you will see today with the Waffle Conference that we had during the past weekend. You can have all this information in the Eaap newsletter that you receive as Eaap members. It's, as you know, it's published every 2 weeks, and now we translate it into 10 languages. So any information that you want us to place there has a target audience of close to 6,000 reviewers in its English version, and many more in the different languages in which it is delivered to the different national countries which are members of the Eaap. And there you have all the information about the workshops, the webinars, the meetings that we organize. We also disseminate it through our socials. We are present in almost every channel except for TikTok. Something to think about. And since we are so efficient in the dissemination, we are also dissemination partners in several Eaap projects, some of which you will surely have heard about in our newsletters. So I would like to thank the organizers of these consortiums for considering us for being part of their consortia to be the disseminators of the science they produce. So with this, I would like to thank with the acknowledgement part, and we will move to a short performance from Erika Abelardo, who is a sound artist. I am sure that we are going to see something very, very, very special. So I leave you to enjoy it. Thanks very much. Thank you very much, Erika. That was incredible, mesmerizing. Thanks very much. An amazing performance. So it's time now to move to the award part of our welcome ceremony today. The EAP established several years ago different awards to recognize our colleagues, those colleagues who have been collaborating to the activities that we organize within the EAP, who have dedicated their time to do that, and also scientists with an outstanding contribution in the field of animal science in different stages of their career. So our first award today will be the Leroy Award. It's the most prestigious award that we have here in the EAP, in which we recognize a scientist that has made special contributions in one given field and who has offered us with very high quality scientific research. So it was decided by the scientific committee together with the council that the Leroy Award would go this year to Professor Cornelia Metjes from Germany. She will be presented by Sam Millet, who is the president of our study commission. So thank you very much, Sam.
So I get the honor to say a few words about Cornelia, to introduce you and her impressive career to you. Cornelia studied a master in animal science in Munich. She finished that in 1983, and afterwards she did a PhD at the same university. In 2001, she got a habilitation at Potsdam University. As far as I know, it's something very German. We don't know it in Belgium, but I think it's important in Germany. For research experience, so she first started as a research assistant, a research scientist in Munich. Then she went for 2 years to Massachusetts. Most of you know it as MIT, so a very renowned university. At the same time, she was appointed in Potsdam at the German Institute of Human Nutrition. And then in 2001, she came to Dummersdorf, and as far as I know, she's still working in Dummersdorf, first at the Oskar Kellner Institute, that's now FBN. Cornelia is not only a renowned scientist, but also a group leader, and as far as I know her, I think she's a very nice colleague and a really inspiring leader. You see a large group from her. The Leroy Award rewards candidates who have made an outstanding scientific contribution to animal production over a sustained period. The emphasis is on internationally recognized work on EAP. In the 80s and 90s, Cornelia started with research, very fundamental research in human nutrition, but she already worked also a little bit on pigs. And I was a little bit surprised because now we're talking a lot about early life and fetal programming, but in the 80s, Cornelia was already busy with that. Since 2000, her main expertise is on amino acid and protein metabolism in pigs, early nutrition in pigs, effect of maternal gestation diet on offspring growth development in pigs, the consequence of low birth weight in pigs, but also on cows. She studied the effect of flavonoids in dairy cows on heat production, lipid peroxidase, sedation, and glucose metabolism. That's very thorough research with high scientific quality, and at the same time, she's also tackling contemporary issues like feeding byproducts and waste streams by using black soldier fly larvae, or the diet effects on methane production in dairy cows. If I remember well, you have, with some colleagues, a patent on measuring or predicting methane emission. Cornelia published a lot of publications in peer-reviewed journals. She's member of the editorial board of several journals and member of several scientific committees and scientific societies, and she's a regular visitor also of the EAP conferences, so this was last year in Lyon. So this is a very short Cornelia. She also has been internationally active in scientific conferences, EAP conferences. She organized in 2003 the first Eaap conference, and I think she's going to welcome you all next year again in Rostock for the next Eaap conference. She also organized the Oskar Kellner Symposium in 2011. And she's been in several EU projects like Smart Cow, Monogut Health, and Big Web. So Cornelia is a very good scientist, a good leader, a nice colleague, very active internationally. So I think that's everything what we are looking for in LOA award candidates. And I'm very happy that she received it this year.
Congratulations. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Isabel. Thank you very much, Sam, for the nice words. This is very kind of you. I'm really very pleased to have received this prestigious award, and I thank EAP Council and all the presidents of the study commissions for selecting me. And of course, it's not just me alone. Of course, this is a teamwork of many people I had the privilege to work with. And I would like to use this opportunity to thank all my co-workers and colleagues for supporting me all over the years. So thank you very much.
So congratulations again, Cornelia. We will have the opportunity to listen to her latest research tomorrow during our plenary conference. So please be sure that you are here to see what Cornelia has to present to us. As I said, we have several awards. Among them, we have the Distinguished Service Award. The EAP decides every year up to 3 persons who should receive this special award because of their dedicated support to the different activities we organize in the EAP and their continued support for several years. So this year, the Council decided that the awards would go to Helga Sauerwein, Martin Lidauer, and Ilan Halachmi. Martin and Ilan could not be present in this conference, but they will receive the award next year. I'm sure you know them because they have been very active in different study commissions and they have also been council members for some years. But we do have Helga here. So just a few words about Helga. Helga is a professor in physiology at the Institute of Animal Science, Physiology and Animal Hygiene at the University of Bonn in Germany. She has an outstanding scientific curriculum with more than 250 papers and multiple international collaborations. And she has also served as editor and in the editorial board of several journals. At the EAP, apart from a very large number of contributions throughout the years, she has been the president of the Physiology Study Commission from 2014 to 2024. So please, Helga, would you come on stage?
Hardly see you. Yeah, I'm also very happy to receive this prize, and yeah, EAP has been a great company through my life, my professional life. Thank you, everyone, and I hope to continue on that.
So congratulations, Helga. Our next award will be the Young Scientist Award. We established it also several years ago to recognize scientists in the early stage of their careers. And every year we receive candidates with more impressive CVs, so it makes it very difficult for the jury. But this year, the jury unanimously selected Kate Keogh to receive this award. She's a young researcher from Chagask, whose work is focused on the underlying biology of both feed and reproductive efficiency, combining genomics and a bioinformatics approach. She is currently leading a Marie Slodowska-Curie project on the molecular control of feed efficiency in beef cattle, And well, she has an outstanding scientific output with a large number of papers in highly cited journals, many of them in our journal Animal. She is also actively involved in the EAP because she has presented a large number of contributions for her young age in the past years, chaired several scientific sessions in our meetings, and is now a member of the Physiology Commission. So the award will be presented by Jana Obstetter and Julia Gislon, who are members of the board of the Young EAP. So thanks very much.
Yeah, it is with our great pleasure speaking in the name of the entire Young EAP board. Our president is missing at the moment. We are very happy to give this award to Kate, so congrats. And just a couple of words about the Young EAP. So we support early career scientists by organizing events to develop soft skills to promote their career, but also by providing network opportunities to connect with their peers, but also older researchers. So do join us if you are still considered young by the EAP standards. So
thanks very much. Thank you. So thanks very much, Julia and Jana, and congratulations again to Kate. We still have some awards for this ceremony to acknowledge the work presented by young scientists, either in this meeting that we are holding here in Florence during this week, or communications that were presented last year in Lyon. So the first one of them is the Wilhelm Schaumann Sifton Award, that goes to Miriam Ibrahim from Poland, and she has been selected on the high quality of the abstract that she presented this year. So please. We have a certificate for Miriam and a registration for next year annual meeting, so you will have the opportunity also to see her next year in Innsbruck. Then the second award we have also on the quality of the research that he will present here in Lyon is the Animal Award. It's been decided that it would go to Mario Shihabi from Croatia and will be presented by Isabel Lubo from who is the editor-in-chief of the Animal Journal.
So I'm very happy to award the Animal Prize to Mario Shihabi. So he is a young scientist from the University of Zagreb in the Faculty of Agriculture. And so you got the prize because of your work on genomic inbreeding assessment in domestic animals. So congratulations from the Animal Board. And so see you next year in this meeting. Thank you.
So the following one is the Novus Award. As you may know, the procedure for selecting the awardee, sponsored by Novus every year. We have some candidates who are presenting their work, their research in their reproduction in different sessions in the meeting, and at the end of the meeting, together with the collaboration of the Young EAP, we have a selection by a jury. So since it's done at the end of the meeting, we didn't have the opportunity to give this award last year in Lyon. So the person who received the award was Marcus Manago from Sweden, and it will be presented by Edwin Westreicher from Novus. So, there you are. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isabel. Good evening, everyone. So my name is Edwin Westreicher, and I am here to also representing Novus International to present the Young Scientist Award of the 2023. And of course, today I'm really honored to present this award to Marcos Managos, a doctoral student in the Department of Applied Animal Science and Welfare at the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences. So his research with the title Greenhouse Gas Emissions from Dairy Cows Fed Best Practice Diets was presented actually during the session of the last year, during the AAP 2023 in Lyon, France. So please join me and welcome Marco to the stage, in this case, to receive the award.
So the last award, it will be given by the Pig and Poultry Study Commission. It's an early career competition, and they have decided today that the award would go to Tommaso Rossi, and it will be presented by Tristan Chalvon de Mercé from CMI Roulier.
Thanks a lot. Good evening, everyone. So I'm very happy to represent Roulier Group tonight. So it's a French-based company specialized in mineral nutrition for plant and animal production. So this morning I had the opportunity to chair the early career competition for pig and poultry production. And we had a very tough competition, but we had to find a winner. This winner was chosen on 3 different criteria for the whole presentation. So the clarity, the quality, and the originality. And we all agree that Tommaso Rossi made a great presentation in between animal production and pharmacology, because he's working on a protein decoy to try to mitigate the risk of Escherichia coli in the context of antimicrobial resistance. So I think it's a great work, and I'm really glad to give you this award and a free registration for next year EAP.
Okay, so the last recognitions that we would like to have with young scientists is, as you know, every year the EAP devotes the extra budget that we have to provide scholarships from young scientists. So again, during the time of submission of abstracts, we ask them if they want to be candidates for these scholarships. So they are evaluated on the scientific quality of the papers they present. So you have the name of the 20 awardees this year. I hope they are around to receive a clap, because they do deserve it. So. And these awardees will be presenting their contributions this year, so make sure you don't miss them. Apart from presenting these contributions, they were here already during the weekend because they participated to our workshop in writing and presenting scientific papers, which has been hosted for more than 20 years, I think now, by Phil Gansworthy and Michael Grossman. And I would like to thank them very, very much, because it's the last year in this edition that they will be conducting this workshop. So we'll think something for next year, but really thanks very much for all the good job that you have done in these years, Phil and Michael, wherever you are. We would also like to acknowledge different national institutions that also support their young scientists. We have the Italian Association for Science and Animal Production, who has supported all the volunteers that you have here in the meeting, and also the associations for animal production in Switzerland, Spain, and Portugal, who have students that have scholarships, have received the scholarships to come here to Florence. So congratulations also to them all, and thanks to the national societies that support them. And with this, we would finish our welcome and award ceremony. So nothing else from me but to wish you a very fruitful meeting this year, and also a very pleasant stay in Florence, and also that you enjoy very much the very nice surprise that our local organizers have prepared for the welcome cocktail that we will have now in the garden. So thank you all very much, and meet you with a beer.